Hi everyone, I am back with another Stampin' Up video for you. This one I have made a set of thank you cards for my mom's friend who just had surgery. And I'm using the line of Brights colors, so all 10 colors. I've made 9 cards here, so I'm going to actually do the Melon Mambo for the video. So the stamp set that I used, I am loving this stamp set. It's the What I Love from the Sale A Bration. So if you order $50 worth of product, and it can be in the catalog, the annual catalog, it can be in the clearance section, it can be in the occasions catalog, whatever, $50 worth of product, you can choose this stamp set for free until March 31st. So I love this one because I really like this flower down here. Then I'm also using the Watercolor Wishes stamp set. It comes with the Watercolor Wishes kit. So the stamp set is not sold separately, but you can get it if you purchase the kit, and that is in the annual catalog. So I'm using this one right here that says thanks. So those are the stamp sets I'm using. And this is what the cards look like. So this is kind of a bigger version of the little mini cards that I just did. So we have all the colors here, and I'm going to do the Melon Mambo. So we're going to set these aside, and we're going to bring in everything that we need. So our card base actually measures 5.5 by 8.5, and we're going to score this at 4.25. So it's going to be a landscape card. With the top opening. So we'll just go ahead and fold our base. And we'll set that aside. Now we're going to bring in my little scrap mat here and our top mat piece, which measures 5.25 by 4. It is a landscape card. So now we're going to do our stamping. So I've already got all of my stamps on my blocks. So we're going to start with our sentiment so we can work around it using the Melon Mambo. I'm just going to stamp that down here. Just like that. Now we're going to do our flowers. I'm going to bring in a piece of scratch paper so I can do my stamping off with it. So I'm going to ink up my first stamp, which looks like this. I'm going to stamp off twice. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that one up here. So I'm going to do that 4 more times because there are 5 flowers on this card. This one here kind of hangs off a little. And they all don't look the exact same because they're handmade. I tried to get as close as possible, but that's the beauty of a handmade card, is they don't all turn out the exact same. And that's okay. Okay, so we've got one more to go. Right here. And we're going to move on to our second step, which is this stamp. So with this one, we're just going to stamp off one time and give a little bit of a darker impression. Okay, one more to go. Right there. So now we're going to use our last step, which is the top of the flower. And that one we're stamping directly with full ink. And that creates our flower. These are just such pretty flowers. Then after we get the flower done, we will go ahead and stamp our leaves. So there we go with our flowers. So we're done with the Melon Mambo. We're going to go ahead and close that up and bring in our Pear Pizzazz, which is one of the subtles. And our leaves. So we're going to go ahead and ink the leaves up. And we're just going to kind of randomly stamp wherever, just to kind of go with the flow of the flowers. Do like a partial one down here. So there's our leaves. We're done with all of our stamping. We're going to go ahead and put that one away. Now we're going to do our matting. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this mat out. And I'm actually using some of the old Coordinations retired paper, but it's still the same color. I just have a bunch of this, so I cut it into just matte sizes to use. So you could actually use the smooth side if you have it, or you can use the textured. I'm just going to use the textured, but it's the same color as the 12 by 12 and the 8.5 that we carry still. So it's just Melon Mambo. So we're going to go ahead and mat this piece on top of our Melon Mambo mat, and the Melon Mambo measures 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And I'm going to put an extra strip of adhesive right down the center of this, just to make sure that it sticks to that texture. So I don't want it to lift off. So just like that. Get that pressed down, and we're going to go ahead and attach this to the front of our card. And again, I'm going to go ahead and run a strip of tape right down the center. Make sure that my card is opening correctly. I have put cards on upside down before. It's not fun to try to peel that off. So now I have a habit of checking. Okay, so there we go. There's our card, but now we're going to add some rhinestones. So I've got some just basic rhinestones, and I'm going to use the largest one, which one fell off somewhere. It got lost. I don't know. This, the sheet for the rhinestones is kind of slick on one side, so sometimes if I'm just throwing them in a little thing, they slip off. So, I don't know. I find rhinestones all over my room. I've found rhinestones, like, that have actually stuck to my dog. That's pretty funny. But I guess it happens when you're a crafter. Trying to get away from me there. Okay. Let's put one more rhinestone on here. It's really bugging me that that row is like... is kind of an odd row now. I don't know OCD much. So I'll have to use those up so I don't have to look at that. So there is our completed thank you card. Here are the rest of the cards. That little rainbow color. You guys can see. So there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!